So yes, sprawled in the hay in the back of a stable is a bedraggled man dressed in garments.
Bedraggled?
That's what it says.
I made that up.
Is that a word?
It is now. Look. That's what it says. Yeah. Bedraggled.
Context, I get it, I guess.
Bedraggled. It's like the opposite of bedazzled.
That mean he's in drag right now?
No, he's not. He's they would be de-draggled.
He's in drag.
It's like
he's
like
dirty and disheveled.
You don't de-head somebody.
Dirty and disheveled.
Why did they just say disheveled? Stop trying to fancy it up with your fancy words. Like
So
fancy talking.
So he's beguzzled.
So he's
dressed
drag viciously removed?
He's dressed in garments that were once gaudily multicolored, but now are torn and stained an ugly brown. A katana in a battered sheath flies in the straw next to him. A wide, brightly embroidered eye patch is tangled in his hair, pulled up, revealing that he seems to have two undamaged eyes.
Pirate. How dare he?
A long snore emerges from his mouth as you approach. There was a Ronin with an eye patch?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm just making sure you remembered that.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was just looking to see.
Are we saying he's the Ronin with the eye patch?
Hate is the Ronin with the eye patch.
I thought that was
he's
Fubatu.
Yeah, I have Fubatu as
there was two.
The two Ronins with an eye patch?
Was Fubatu the eye patch one? I don't know.
One was a bouncer.
Yeah, I have...
that was... The bouncer was... Where is he?
The bouncer's different.
Well, there are like 3 Ronin and one with an eye patch. There's 3 Ronin and 2 with an eye patch.
There's a tattoo Ronin, too.
I don't know about tattoos. I have that Fubatu was the Ronin with the eye patch, and then Hade was the Ronin, but he was the one that was like the gambler. I do remember you saying that there were there 2 eye patches?
There was 2 eye
patches. No, I
patches,
probably just mixed it up.
Okay, so who has the eye patch? Hade or
Hade has
Fubatu?
the eye patch, I guess, now.
Hade's a fucking liar, dude. He's stealing my culture.
Well, maybe Fubatu did have an eye patch.
Maybe Hade stole it.
Now Hade has the eye patch. I also have that Kikata
Don't you only have one eye?
Amano.
Yeah.
See? Like,
I wear an eye patch, but he has 2 eyes on it.
This should highly offend you. You'd be like...
Yeah, he's stealing my culture, dude.
Like...
I might have to take him to the wall and throw him over.
Like,
what if he's doing for strategy, though?
Like, you only have... I got one eye for real. You are just pretending to have one eye.
You fucking poser, dude. Lose your eye like a man. Like a samurai.
I have specifically in my notes, though, that Kikata Amano, Crane's friend, loves getting ripped.
In which way?
Loves getting ripped.
Opium, I think.
Or he's just like...
He's like...
We don't know how to pull up chat, so we just said if anyone's in chat, sorry.
No, I was monitoring chat on my phone.
Oh, you're driving?
Yep.
That's not
smart.
safe.
Fucking hashtag no days off.
He made it here alive, though.
Never quit.
Should we move these snack bags now that I look over?
Yeah, hashtag rise and grind.
We're just all behind.
Move this
Chips.
flat.
Just lay him flat. Just lay him flat.
Flat the bag.
There you go. Maybe we can see bread now.
That's all right. No one's here to look at us. They're here to listen to our
That's
shenanigans.
the only reason they come.
Yeah.
Just to see what snacks are eating?
Yeah.
I've heard that's why they come for you, but...
Oh.
I mean, that was one thing Derek told me before we even started, is that Derek was popular on the stream.
He's
with his stunning good looks.
Because of my jokes.
Can we do...
The real snacks are over there.
Can we brand our stream as a D&D mukbang? It's not sexual. We just eat a lot. But people might think it is.
That was a very jarring thing for me to find out one day. I was like, what the fuck is mukbang? Ew. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh.
Also ew, but...
Also
right?
ew, but in a different way.
But less ew.
Just, here's a moist towelette. Less ew now.
Yeah, you could use that in both situations.
We
how quickly this
we stayed on moist a long time last time, so maybe we should switch to a new
diarrhea.
Switch to a new
waterfalls.
Oh, waterfalls! Boom!
New trigger word.
It's my new D&D. I'm gonna be the alchemist or whatever in Pathfinder 2. And I'm just gonna make jelly juice and give it to people.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. How about that?
Alright, so yes. Hade is out cold, sleeping in the stable.
He said his katana's next to him.
Yep.
Grab that.
In a beat up, battered sheath.
That's fine. I'm just gonna
Smart.
get it so that he can't.
So he doesn't wake up
Start
swinging. Right. Okay. How do you want to wake him up?
Anybody got a bucket of water?
I look for a bucket of water.
I'll nudge him with my foot first. Foot on arm, I guess, and shove him.
What if he's dead?
He's not. He's still snoring.
He's snoring.
What if he's possessed and dead?
Will my foot become possessed if I
No, but
touch
you
him?
lose honor or whatever you touch.
Yeah, but he's not dead.
Wait, check his taint.
What's his taint level?
Right now his sobriety level seems to be pretty low. As you nudge him awake, he's just and he moves back against the back of the wall, looking around, you see him kind of grabbing for his sword, looking for it. He looks up at you guys, and you see him kind of relax a little bit as he's looking at you all. Are you wearing your badges right now?
I probably would be. I don't think I ever
covered
took
by
mine.
I would say
I'm still
ours
back
are
wearing-
still covered, probably.
Yours are probably still covered?
Yeah.
You guys are still in your plain clothes that you bought, right?
Yes.
It's just you two, though, that are in.
Me and him are still normal.
Yeah, these two are dressed in absolute garbage.
They're down dressed.
They look like they belong in the stables.
Dressed down.
It's literally just.
I mean,
a
not
shawl
as
over
bad
one.
as our buddy
Well, I
Cade
mean,
here.
either way,
Disgusting.
he still recognizes you as unfamiliar samurai, and you can tell he relaxes a little bit. He's like, "What is this? Can I help you guys?"
Wait, where were we?
Yes, you can.
Maybe
We are hoping so.
you can.
Oh, Doji. That's. I was like,
Doji,
who are we
yeah.
fighting? I couldn't remember his name.
Questions. Hey, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
There's several situations in this adventure now where the command approach is going to be better for you than the courtesy approach. Especially when dealing with the addicts.
Well,
So-
I'm going to start with the.
I know. I'm just telling Brad that 'cause he always wants to roll command.
Yeah, I'm just going
Like-
to give him the benefit of the doubt to start off with, and just.
How does Samurai feel about Ronin?
That they're lawless, dishonored, clanless samurai that obviously did some
No respect for him?
some sort
Well,
of terrible
we are
act.
not that way, though. So, would you offer respect to him, or at least enough courtesy to give him a chance to maybe answer our question, since we have a mutual goal?
I'm just wondering if he tries to give some shit or be
You would
beating around the bush. If it's just no, sit down and answer the question. You don't deserve respect, Ronin. And if it gets there, I just don't know how we react to Ronin.
Why don't we see how we react to how he does things?
That would probably be an appropriate reaction, but at the same time, in context of your investigation, where you are a magistrate trying to get information from an important witness, maybe not.
But you don't know what might happen.
Like
You know
I said,
how you find out?
Well,
you just do it.
Do the
you
thing.
don't know how these happen.
Okay.
Give him a second.
Why does he know how Samurai feel about Ronin?
He's he's not sleeping again, but he's just kind of
Hey,
Give him a little
Wake up.
tap on the cheek.
He's definitely
Hey,
under
stay
the
with us.
influence.
Dude, I'm not touching him with my hands, though.
That's okay.
He's got samurai gloves.
Me?
Yeah.
they're just.
Yeah, so he's
Mitts.
he's a little high.
Alright, I'll tell him who we are, that we're here, magistrates, and we're investigating the disappearance of his friend Doji.
Ooh, that definitely gets a reaction from him as he seems like he's a little nervous now. Like, oh, Doji, oh.
When was the last time you saw him?
Essentially, he was with him right before he was kidnapped. So he will tell you lots of stuff.
Excellent.
Go
ahead.
I witnessed a Well, I'm not going to do that. He witnessed a portion of the kidnapping on his way back from visiting a young woman he frequents at a brothel. There was a trio of men that were dragging him out of the wallow at one of the alleyways, following the street of lowering clouds. He shouted and started to pursue them. One of the men turned to him and said something like a prayer, but there was something wrong, and then I was afraid, and I've been afraid ever since. It was some sort of curse, and he begins to weep.
Did you tell anybody that you witnessed this?
That's a good question.
Yes.
Oh shit, my friend got kidnapped. Better go get high and hang out in the stables.
I don't think he did. I think, hold on a second. I want to make sure I get...
I don't think I did. What did I do?
Just sucked down a little bit of opium to level myself out, and now here I am.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
I mean, it was
on
last
edge,
night,
so
right? It was last night.
I'm gonna do.
No, he did not. No, but Amano did. Amano was there with us. He went to the Okri of the magistrate, and that's why I was trying to remember which. I knew one of them did. I was trying to remember which one of them did.
You and Amano both saw him. He was grabbed by three guys. Was it three that you said?
Yes.
Where?
It was an alleyway in the wallow that he seen him at. And he said, it was a couple blocks from the Golden Dream. I would not go back there.
The Golden Dream, is that the...
That's where you bought.
High-end one.
Yep.
That's where you bought the good stuff.
Potentially good.
And you said you were on your way to or from his lady?
He was on his way back from visiting his her name is IQ.
IQ?
IQ. I-K-U-E. IQ? IQ or IQ?
I thought you were gonna say IKEA.
I'm gonna go with IQ. IKEA works too.
Ikea.
Equa? It could be. God damn it, Cat.
It wasn't me.
Let you downstairs.
Where were you and what? I can't even remember his name.
Amano.
Where were they?
Yeah.
We had spent some time at the Golden Dream. And then Doji had lost the last of his money at the Waiting Cat earlier. I made a mistake last week, by the way. But Amano got lucky, so he treated us. But then we ended up quarreling over our money and our debts, and finally Doji stormed off towards the inn, and that's when I left to visit my lovely Aku.
Oh, so okay.
Last week I told you that it'd been months since Amano was seen at the gambling house, Derek, and that was wrong.
Okay.
It felt like months.
Okay, I think I misunderstood you initially then.
It's
So Cade was going
Yeah.
to see IQ, not Doji.
Like an hour. Huh? Hade
So
was-
Hade was going to see IQ and not Doji.
Yeah, Hade. That's Hade's brothel.
Okay, I
girl.
misunderstood you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So where?
We talked about this a little bit last time, but the three of them were together. They were at the Golden Dream. They got into an argument. They all went their separate ways.
Two of them fought.
Amanos, yeah, they not fought, but they like an argument. Doji, the guy who's missing, stormed off towards the inn. Hade went to the brothel, and Amano stayed back and smoked away the money he won gambling that day.
Okay, so how long after the fight did you leave to go to the brothel when you saw him
Well, I mean,
grabbed?
Well, he saw him grabbed on the way back from the brothel. not on his way to the brothel.
Okay.
So, however long his
Okay.
time at the brothel
Again, I misunderstood you initially,
like
so I
3
think
minutes.
I just...
That's pretty, like, coincidental that you happen to be right there when he was grabbed.
So you guys got in a fight. Doji treated you guys at the Golden Dream, you said?
Amano.
Or Amano won.
Doji lost all his money. Amano got lucky he won some money, so Amano went and bought some opium and hooked him up.
And you had debts at the time, and so you did you win anything that night?
No, he did not. No, he actually works at the gambling house, so Hayden does. So maybe he's not allowed to win. I don't know.
Okay. Well, no, I was just wondering how he was going to pay the, somebody at the brothel if he didn't have any money.
Oh, maybe he doesn't have to pay anymore. She's
Well.
He's got a black card. Brothel. One free snog a night.
I'm sure he saves however much money aside.
All right,
for that.
He's got all 10 holes punched in his loyalty card.
Punch that hole.
Get a free one.
You get 1 hole punch for every hole you punch. I don't know. For brothels are us. I remember
It's just, there's no name for it in here, so it's in the Dockside District.
Okay.
We'll call it.
Buying the toys.
I don't know.
Oh, that's fine. I just
A brothel name.
Well, because
This slippery
if you want to talk to her just to see
The slippery.
the moist mittens.
if she knows anything gross.
Punch hole.
The punch.
It's all gross. I hate it all.
Box office.
That's a good one.
That is a great
I'm
one.
starting to work with a porn production company calling it the box office.
Slate at the box office.
There you go.
Guys. So where's Amano now? Have you seen him?
He used to stay in the merchant district, but ever since this, I told you, it felt like a curse. Ever since this, he's taken to hiding in the wallow.
And what did you said the curse that they cast on you? What did the people that grabbed him look like? Did you get a look at any of them? Did they have any
Tattoos, scars,
marks,
Horns.
eye patches.
masks?
I realized I messed up who had an eye patch and who didn't. So
not everybody has one.
So now everybody has an eye patch, and Bram is
Dude, I'm about to fight everyone.
he's upset because
You ain't special.
I need an eye patch because then Oni took my eye. I'm not wearing an eye patch because I'm a old punk ass with 2 working eyes.
Yeah, well now it's regular to have an eye patch, so you're gonna have to one up them.
Maybe
Double
he's
patch.
just got like a lazy eye. And he's just trying to strengthen it up, so he wears the patch.
You have to
Oh,
own
yeah.
your faults, all right? Your insecurities are who make you you.
I had to do that, but they gave me a white one, and that's less cool. And like a pirate.
You could use a
Not a
Sharpie.
patch. I feel like white is. That's what
White
a
is-
priest would wear.
Ooh. Did you say Father Patch?
Yeah.
That's that Robin Williams movie. After he leaves the hospital, he becomes
Patch Adams
A clergyman.
graduates to Father Patch.
Yeah. Can we make that a sequel? Like a little short film to put on our YouTube. Father Patch.
Sure.
I'm Father Patch. Go with God.
He still looks like he still looks like a clown.
I've never seen Patch Adams, guys. I just know that he wears a clown nose.
The world's first clown priest.
I actually have never seen Patch Adams. I just know he wears a clown nose.
he doesn't have a specific description of them. Just the guy that called out to him was tall with a distinctive tattoo, big, tall. But the other 3 guys were just like thugs.
Okay, so it was 4 guys?
Yes, the guy that cursed him in his.
Okay,
his
so he was
eyes.
grabbed by 3 guys, and then the 4th guy did a thing. What did the tattoo look like?
What language was he speaking?
Distinctive facial tattoo.
Well, so he blends right in.
So it's any modern rapper.
It's me, Mike Tyson. I'm here.
I'm trying to see if there's a picture of him so I can show you, but I don't think there is. I think they would put a picture of like important people.
Well, I mean, it's distinctive, so that's all we need to know.
I mean, he couldn't tell from here. Just imagine, you know.
So it was on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And it was.
And he's a big, physical, tall, built guy.
So big dude with a big face tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And you've not seen him before or since?
I'm gonna say no. He would not know anything else about him. No.
Did you guys follow him when he was abducted?
He basically, well, reiterate, he started dragging him down the street of lowering clouds towards the warehouses on the dockside district. But he did not follow him.
And what was that? What the curse sound like? Could you repeat part of it for us?
You guys can make a theology check as he explains some more about it.
Theology. I got
theology. What?
Whatever you like. Fire 1 or 3.
Fire is best.
Yes.
I would like to do that.
Did the rest are 3? To do it?
What's the target number?
Fire 1.
Oh.
Yeah. The rest is 3.
Got it.
I got it.
Hold up.
Oh no, guys! Help! I don't have my. What do I do when I get?
I made sure all your character sheets were there.
No, but I don't have one of these.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
we
let's
took
take
it
it away from you.
We took it away from you.
Why?
Because we're forcing you to be creative, I guess? I don't know.
These guys.
I didn't take it away, they did.
I got 3 successes
3 successes.
and an opportunity.
5. Well, I mean, you guys didn't have to go all out like that.
We don't never not go
But-
all out.
Did you pass too?
Yeah, I got 2 successes.
Did you pass?
Yeah.
Okay,
I know
so
this curse.
you guys, I mean, you don't know the actual curse, but you basically as he's explaining it to you, you can tell it's some sort of Maho blood magic. Is it Maho or Mahau? What did we decide?
Maho.
I think it's Maho.
Maho!
That's terrible stuff that I definitely never want to learn.
Who that? Oh, that my house.
Yeah, I think that's what we decided. It was Maho. So yeah, it sounds.
Mayo.
I think we can alleviate him of that.
It sounds like it was definitely some sort of, blood magic.
But we don't know what it does.
With 5 successes.
What it does is basically make them afflicted. It basically just gives you the afflicted condition, which you guys have experienced before.
I don't remember it.
Like tainted?
So who got afflicted?
Maybe me, I think.
One of you did in a lot. One of you did in the smoke monster area.
When we were fighting the thing in the, that came out of the jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think I got afflicted by that.
2 of us were.
Yeah.
I was one of them.
Okay. So that's you guys would know that's what it does. It curses you with an affliction that needs to be cleansed.
Can you do that?
yes.
Can you get rid of that?
And basically,
both have that ability of cleansing. Right?
it doesn't do anything. I mean, mechanically, it does some stuff with your die roll, but what it actually does is just taint you slightly until you're cleansed.
Well, if he can at least, even if we lie to him and tell him that we fucking cleansed him of it, probably.
I mean, it's not the tea ceremony. That I can only do like once a session. But the cleansing rite, I'll start doing that. Cleanse that boy down.
Okay.
Hose him off.
Hose him off.
That'd be a good name.
Hose off his.
I can't clean off the horse manure, but I can clean off the
I can't physically cleanse you, but mentally you're gonna be clean as a mother.
right.
Want to be a Russian troll in Pathfinder 2 named Hose him off. I want to be real stinky.
Hose him off.
Yeah, hose him off. He smells, dude. Who is he? Hose him off.
Hose him off.
So you're gonna do. How long does that take to do? Does it say? Is that like a 10 minutes, or does it?
It doesn't specify a time, so I don't think it's a real long thing.
Yeah, I think it's
a
fairly
theology
short.
void check, which.
Can I aid him? Can I aid him?
Yeah, that's fine.
I also know it.
Right, so you can give him a light. How many successes is it required? Does it tell you how many you need?
It does.
Is it more than 2?
It is. I failed.
That's an exploding.
Yeah, I did it. I exploded it, but I only got an opportunity with that.
Oh, okay.
I have 4 opportunities though.
So
notice something.
So what did you need to pass?
3.
You needed 3 to pass.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm exploding again. Let me go. Good work.
He he is appreciative of what you're doing, but he still is scared.
I'm gonna tell him it worked though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can probably use your.
I'll command.
Use your opportunity to convince him that it worked.
Yeah, I'll be extra like flashy with it, so it looks real. Put a lot of extra little flourishes in there. No, we still need that open, dude.
The kitchen. No, we're done.
No, we still need notes.
No more L5R. Only me.
Where is
this page? Hey, much better page. You're right.
Let me look at something real quick.
It would be better a little battle damage to go for it. And back to the other page. Get him out of here. Yeah, we don't need those. Aha, my notes. Again.
I think she said you should use the one ring.
That's a bad call, Cat. Get the fuck out of here. You know what you're doing. You don't know how to play this game.
Alright, so you try to convince him that it worked, but he is thankful, but you can tell he still feels like something's going on that's wrong. It's just an oppressive feeling of fear that he has.
You know, I think you're starting to get little withdrawals.
I'm saying it. Just lay off. Wow.
I was gonna say do some more right now, but you know, lay off
Did you
too.
skip the 3rd step to do it faster?
I did.
Yeah.
Nobody does that step.
I actually, after reading a lot today, did find a section in the book where you guys, the adventure said the adventurers might buy some opium and try to use it. I'm like, oh, look at that. They did cover it in the book. Eventually.
Perfect.
Alright, so the question is, I wonder, I'm gonna skip it because I don't know.
Who else needs help?
Hey, what is opium? How does it make you feel? Does it like make you not feel pain
So
or something?
good.
Ren was like, how is it? Should I get some?
No. What if I become like some like weird like?
Have you ever had Percocet or Vicodin?
No.
No? Well, that's weird. You should
Why is that weird?
You should get more surgeries or something.
I haven't prescribed it. I just didn't take it.
You still have some?
No.
I mean, I don't know how to. Just...
I mean, dude, is it like let's say they're like, I want to be like a barbarian samurai. I take opium and then I run in there and I fight people.
You probably wouldn't want to run anywhere.
It makes you loopy. It makes you loopy and just want to just sit around and be loopy, probably.
Well, then I need something else. I need morphine or something.
Need that brown?
Would be a similar
That's probably the same.
situation.
You're looking for brown.
Same category.
Yeah, you're right. brown.
Yeah. So he is still not willing to take you to the alleyway, but he will again describe it to you in better detail this time. Now that you've helped a little bit, you know.
Do you also know where your friend is? What's his name?
Amano?
Yes, did we ask that, or did we?
You did, yeah, and he moved out from his apartment in the Merchant District, and now he's kind of in a flop house in the Wallow.
Oh, shoot.
Which one?
It is also bedraggled.
Oh.
By the way, draggled also just means dirty and wet. So bedraggled and draggled have almost the same definition.
Yeah, basically it's a little one-room apartment row house thing in the Wallow.
It is draggled.
He can point you towards that as well.
But when you are
where Amano
you are
lives.
bedraggled.
Bedraggled and beguiled.
You bedraggled.
So yeah, he can take you there or explain it to you. Are you guys offering him opening?
No.
No. That's for better negotiations later.
Yeah, I mean, he's giving it. Why do we need to bribe him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so at this point you can go look for Amano, or you can go check out the alleyway, or
We should look at the crime scene first
or you can do something different.
while it's still fresh.
Well, it's not that fresh.
It'd be fresher than it is if we did it last.
It's been like 2 weeks. Yeah.
But it's fresher than if we do it last.
Yeah, I went because he said that he saw him dragging him toward the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, who owns the warehouses?
Multiple people, probably.
Hey,
Hi.
the guy.
That is something that
Harden.
you won't not.
Did you say Harden?
Hayden.
Just Hayden.
Who owns the warehouses?
Who knows?
Did
One of the smugglers, one of the crime lords, one of the people in town, one of the shipping companies, the harbor master. He doesn't know.
Did he say which, or does he know which warehouse, or was it just did he see him just going in that general direction?
I mean, down a specific road. So,
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
which leads to a warehouse. So
A
it's
singular warehouse?
deductive reasoning will be able to be like, hey, it must be that one.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's
If
do
you're
that
there looking
first.
at it.
And let's find out who owns the warehouse.
You guys all staying as a group today, right?
Well, I am confronting the one scorpion. That's where I left off.
Right.
On my way back to seeing, catching up with the group.
Right, and we, I watched the entire episode last night just so I could catch up.
Gotcha.
Well, I finished it this morning, but that's what I did when I left. So yeah, it doesn't take you much time at all to find the scorpion. Is anybody gonna go with Derek to do this, or because we kind of just said that? Never mind.
I was coming back from the bar to meet up with them at the place, and then I just saw the scorpion.
Right. Okay. I didn't know if we were still gonna go with that because it was getting late, so I wasn't sure if we. But yeah, we'll go with that, even though that. I think I said forget about it last week. We'll just do it next week. But so yes, so you'll be by yourself, and yes, you see the scorpion in the cat mask that looks. Yeah.
Now, why was he
suspiciously like the drummer from Kill?
Right. Remind me why was he a person of interest anyways? Like, remind me of that.
It's not necessarily that he's a person of interest, it's just he's a friend of Doji's, and he is like the only scorpion in town. Mm-hmm. So everyone knows.
It was just because he knew he was friends of Doji, and that was
right.
Okay.
And at this point, you guys have a lot of information already, so you might not have any specific questions for him, but maybe.
Well, they found out a lot. I didn't find out anything at the one gambling house, so but yeah, I would approach him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fellow scorpion in town.
Yes,
Hello, I am Bayushi Naizu.
It's like, are you here on clan business?
You kind of see him like slump his shoulders a little bit. No, I've come here to minimize the failure I've had upon my clan. I was one known as a Junshin, which to everybody else would be like, Okay, that's cool.
Cool, dude.
Genshin would be like meaning you're pure of heart, which is high praise for everybody except scorpions. So if you guys were here, you'd be like, oh wow, so yeah, the clan really valued you. But yeah, scorpions are like, no. Basically, he's not particularly good at the traditional scorpion methods.
Right.
And
just nice.
Wasn't quite enough that he was
Just a really good
sent to commit seppuku, but enough that they're
Right.
like, get out of here, dude.
Right. Like,
Dude, you're so nice. Just kill yourself.
So he says this in the best way he can, but still maintain some honor with you.
what do you... Have you had contact with Doji? I'm looking for him.
I know that he has disappeared, and along with all the other disappearances and murders in town, something is definitely going on. Are you wearing your magistrate badge?
Yeah, because I used an illusion when I went into, so yeah, I would have it.
So he probably would have greeted you that way, as not just a scorpion. But
It's like, well, what do you know of all these disappearances?
it's like, yes, Doji had come to me looking for help with troubles with the moneylenders. I think he imagined that anyone from my clan might have immense secret resources, but he was disappointed to learn I'm simply an old man of no particular importance. So Doji sought him out to like, hey, dude, bail me out with your secret scorpion stuff. He has not seen them. He's aware of all of them. He can name all the victims, but he did not witness anything. But he seems
pretty straight up then.
Yeah, but the one thing he will say to you is it was something strange is definitely happening, especially with that crab they found dead not long ago.
We knew about that.
That is
right,
yes,
yeah.
like that is
that's Doji's one friend, right?
The crab wasn't a friend.
Oh,
it was
okay.
just
He's a painter.
it was just another one of the
Okay.
crane is the painter. Yeah,
Okay.
the crab is just. It's quite strange because normally when a body shows up, it would be properly disposed of, not simply left in an alley. It was quite unusual. However, I just mind my own business. However, as a magistrate, perhaps that could be an investigation source for you. But basically, he can give you all the other information that everybody else will give you. He can tell you the two smugglers, he can tell you all the crime bosses, tell you the victims of all the disappearances, but nothing unique specific to his character.
Alright.
I mean, nothing else. Nothing else.
Hey, dude, he's trying to retire, okay? It's like Florida for him.
Too nice.
Yeah.
It's too nice.
Really, it's more like Australia.
They cast me out for being pure of heart. Like, you need to be more of a dick. Like, but I can't.
I will leave him to
I
his
love
tender
everybody.
ways.
His tender ways.
And
Every time he steals something, he leaves a note and like a couple money there.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there's nothing else left in his.
Okay, well then I head back to the hotel then.
About. Okay. So was we saying that happened last week then? Before you got back to the hotel?
well, it was just I ran into him so I'll probably
Right.
I wasn't at the gambling house horribly long, so depending on how long all their
yeah,
stuff
we're
goes.
still on the same scene. You still have
Okay.
9 Strife, and
Yeah.
we are still. Yep. We are still on the same scene. It's still not that late in the day yet.
Okay,
This
so
is
no,
when
I just head back to the hotel. If they're still there, I meet up with them.
Well, you probably would meet up with them leaving.
Okay.
You're probably
I would catch up then.
because we had to go to 2 different.
Oh yeah, that's true. You had to go to a couple different places, so I'm waiting for them then.
Okay.
In which case, I would have been there.
You would have been with us.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we're all caught up.
So everyone's back together now.
Yep.
You may or may not have been there with aid, but we'll just say you were. What do you guys want to do now?
I think we were gonna go to the alley, right?
To the alleyway.
Commune with the and see if Hitome wants to haunt me in it.
No, we're not gonna do that. You stay where you are, Hitome.
So,
Pushes me.
without even having to roll, basically, even though this has been a couple weeks, you find this alleyway. You just leave it, Hade, by the way. You just let him pass out again and just
let's
take
kill
him.
him.
I'll throw his sword back down in the straw or whatever.
Right, like he's still in and out. So if you guys leave, he'll just be passed out again.
You won't remember us.
He might remember you, but probably not. So, vigilance of 2 or higher is everybody except Cody.
Yeet.
So,
Wait.
Go up.
Yeah, that actually should have been up before, because vigilance is literally just your air plus your water divided by 2.
right.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, it's been a few weeks, so...
Just kidding, I am at 2.
Okay, well, you don't see any, like, footprints or anything like that, but there's still some clues. So everybody with a 2 or higher immediately see a broken piece of a straw hat on the ground.
Monkey D. Luffy?
What?
Straw hat. Well, pirate.
And,
Ooh, my composure.
and Derek, because of your vigilance being higher than everybody else, you see a strip of clothing that was ripped off on a splintered beam on an adjacent building, and you can make a skullduggery.
I will make a skullduggery.
What was your stance preferred? It's Earth 4, Air 2.
I would either be using air or water.
Well, it's 2 in air.
I will be using air then. Skullduggery.
So what would the other target numbers be? Like if you wanted to do fire for some random reason, would it be the 3 or 2? Or do you have to use those 2?
I've been treating it as by doing that is that you have to use one of those 2. It's weird. Like, why would you ever choose to do the harder one?
Yeah.
I don't
guess unless you way out level it.
If Bram's Earth is like a million, so.
No, my Earth, Water, and Void are all 3.
Yeah, so it's one of those. I don't know if it's telling you have to use those 2 or if it's just suggesting it. I don't know. It's one of those things that I don't think is clear in the book anywhere.
Hey, hit us up in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, it also depends on like how your character is built. Like, would you use that stance, or would you use the other one based on like your shit? Could you bring me?
So what'd you get, Derek? Did you get a strife?
I got 2 strife.
Oh no!
Officially compromised.
You were compromised.
But I did pass.
You usually gotta go with water stance for a bit and just use some opportunity to pop off some.
Unmask.
I have to figure out how I'm gonna unmask.
Oh.
Hey, you can literally unmask too.
I might. That might be how I unmask.
That'd be funny.
I'm freaking out right now. Like, you look pretty calm. You just take your mask
He
off.
just picks up and it's like, that's his face. He just like rubs his eyes for a second, puts it back down, and he's like, all right, I'm good.
Just do
So
real
you
life.
guys
You
had
just
to
take
see
your
that.
mask off and puke, and then just like put it back on.
Cough up blood again.
No, it's just vomit this time.
Thank you, everyone.
You know, do.
The piece of linen is stained with raw opium. Not refined opium. And so, with how many successes did you get?
I had. Well,
2?
well, hold on. I technically have 1 exploding black, and I just took it. But I will use, since I was in air, I will use, since I had 2, I'll just use that to really, I noticed something particular about that piece of cloth.
Okay. Raw opium in the form that it's on there would not be like from one of the opium dens. It would kind of indicate it was this clothing was somewhere where it was stored before it was refined. Because it's not smokable in that form as easily. I mean, you probably still could, but
Let's use this cloth to roll up the opium we have.
I mean, is there anything particular about the cloth itself? Is it of fine linen? Is it,
We have both.
does it just look like it would be like a burlap bag kind of?
it is very reminiscent of what the Tortoise clan wear here.
Okay, all right.
But it is kind of burlappy,
Okay,
like
right.
like a brownish, not very nice
Right.
brown.
Not very nice cloth. It's not.
Right,
It's
okay.
not silk. It's probably rough and uncomfortable.
Burlappy is a
wear.
very good descriptor.
Burlappy.
Yeah.
All right.
Burlappy.
That was really the only thing I noticed. I noticed that across the street, though, right?
Well,
Said-
it was not necessarily across the street, but it was on, just in the general area against the wall on one of the buildings.
Right.
Yeah. Dur?
Yeah, I guess I would call you Hey. Is it Hey? Is that your name? Yeah.
My name is... I forgot.
Tori.
My name is Hayato.
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 Hayato. Isawa.
Sawa.
It's Sawa.
Yeah, I guess I would just call you over because you're just the one I usually talk to. I'm like, hey, I have to come over here and look at this shit.
Looks like
Shit.
that is from where opium is
Yeah.
stored in an
Opium.
unrefined state.
These?
Yeah.
Possibly
The winged ones.
a warehouse.
It feels burlappy.
Burlappy.
How do you know it has raw opium on it?
Because you passed the skullduggery check, and that's what the adventure says you need.
That's a pretty. It's like
Last time it was a medicine check,
Maybe
but this
we-
time it
yeah,
was
just-
skullduggery.
Maybe we should commune with the spirits to find more out about
the opium
captors.
lords.
Skullduggery is, being like, kind of secret and devious and stuff. So, yeah, shifty. Yeah.
If you want to make sure it's raw opium, I'll smell it for you. I have a nose for opium.
Wait, so do any of you guys, I'm in character asking, know the process by which opium gets from its, like,
Unrefined state.
harvested state to being smokable?
I don't even know how you smoke opium.
Just a bunch of burly,
Just a crab.
just a bunch of burly guys out in the field picking flowers.
They hold it in one hand.
I mean, because it's coming in
Refined.
from somewhere. So is it coming over on these boats in an unrefined state, or is it coming in
Good
ready to
question.
go?
Do we know the process or climate in which opium
Medicine check.
grows?
Ooh, I know medicines.
I know one medicines.
I'll assist you. I also know one medicine.
I don't know any medicines.
It'd be like a researchy thing. I'm gonna do.
Indeed,
fire.
opium is a medicine as well, just in minor amounts.
Our health
What's the
potions are
target
just.
number?
He didn't say, I
Three.
believe.
He didn't say that you get a
I'm still full on
Quibbler.
points.
I got 5.
Damn!
Oh, wait, you know
I only got
exactly.
2 opportunities.
You know the exact process, and
Nice.
typically it will be in a mortar and pestle, and it will be placed in there and actually ground down.
You're not so close.
Usually they add some filler elements to it. I would say I don't know, some kind of oil, maybe a little bit, just to kind of activate it and break it up, and I don't know. I'm just making shit
So
up.
it's fairly safe to say that it's coming in a raw state, and then they're doing the process here to.
Right, and then they either cut it with some flour to make it last longer, or sugar or something, or whatever they do. I'm sure they add something to it. I don't know what they would add.
One of them's adding something to it.
They got their sugar and cocaine reserves mixed up, and they're just
Hello, Smitten.
splicing it with that.
I bet that there is a refinery somewhere in one of these warehouses, or at least a dock where they're loading it up.
All right, so in this alley, then there's a warehouse near the end of it. I'm assuming. Is there a lot of activity outside right now?
Yeah. Let me make sure I'm missing any.
We gotta see Brad, okay? We gotta see Brad.
Yeah.
See him.
So yeah, basically along the path,
But no one gets to see you.
you can see that there's a warehouse down there. I know there's not a whole lot of activity around the warehouses. There's always activity around the docks, around the ships, but not around the specific warehouses. Not It's not crazy busy.
How big is it?
How big is the warehouse?
Yeah. Small warehouse, big warehouse, huge warehouse.
It's a decent size. It only has one story. You don't see really any windows, but it is still very tall. It just says a tall and broad rectangular wooden building. So let's go with, probably 40 feet by 15 feet wide.
Okay, I want to go take a look.
I want to take my badge
Here, was
off.
you going to talk to the commies first?
Yeah, I want to talk to the commies.
Well, I mean, that's fine. Are you guys splitting again, or?
Well, it's just, not, down the road, right?
Right.
This is going to take me a minute, so.
Yeah, so we can go. I'm not going to, break in or anything. I just want to go look.
Okay.